What's up guys, the Strong Boys 19 here, and again with my looks just like the last video. I just done a gig last night and had a bit of a hungover feeling, so that's why my voice is like so low. But this is going to be on another bit of a rant type of vibe. This is going to be for the music related topic of more songs. These songs into this list are the top 10 that I absolutely hate. I have multiple reasons with these songs, and there are some that are covers, and there is one song from a band that I really dislike, or just two in the list. It's just going to be too obvious to have a top 10 for bands that I dislike to have songs you don't like, because it's totally boring. So what I'm going to be doing for this video is to list these songs that I do hear from bands that I either liked or just enjoy, but these 10 songs, I have got to say, these are the worst different experiences that I don't ever want to hear them again. The first one into the list, and this is the number one song that makes me so angry every time I hear it. And it is one of the most boring songs for a beginner to learn something on the guitar. Sweet Home Alabama by Leonard Skynyrd. I despise this song. I used to play this song live. No other guitarist with me. I was just doing all of these pieces. But the groan hype and acclaim about this song always makes me pissed off, because this is not one of the greatest songs of all time. It is repetitive to play, and people still think this is a classic. I apologize, but this song is abomination. And by the way, Neil Young is so much better with material than Leonard Skynyrd. I apologize, but if you love Leonard Skynyrd, that is amazing. More power to you. I just don't dislike Leonard Skynyrd. I thought they are a pretty good band, but Sweet Home Alabama, what a waste of an amount of songwriting. The next song, this is from a band that I've already mentioned, and the first band to be mentioned from my overrated bands video, Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses. Out of all of the songs that I've heard multiple times that I got sick and tired of hearing, Sweet Child O' Mine is the most annoying one. No wonder that Slash absolutely hated playing this song when it became massively successful. Slash's guitar solo, I give it some props. I always respect Slash so much, but Sweet Child O' Mine is the one song from Guns N' Roses that I am aggravated hearing so many times. And you know how I feel about Axl Rose. Axl Rose has got to be one of the worst sounding vocalists. He just always sounds like a constipated, strangled cat when he sings high, and I just hate everything about him. So yeah, Sweet Child O' Mine by Guns N' Roses. The next song, Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. This song bores me so bad that it's another one where it was incredibly repetitive. It's really tiring to hear it. This is not one of the best songs ever written, and I don't blame Cobain that he does not want to play the song anymore when it became big. This is just a looping, constant rotation of the same notes all the way through for 5 minutes on the bass guitar, and I know it's memorable and catchy, and it's like one of those teenage revolution type of songs, but this song is just utter wasteful and complete garbage tracks, and there are way better Nirvana songs. Come on. Now this next one, from a group that I've never been a fan of, but I absolutely respect and admire, the talents of these guys. From a group who have released a brand new album in many years last year, but I cannot stand hearing these fucking sounds onto the chorus of Dancing Queen from ABBA. ABBA is one of the most just singles like Mamma Mia and others that I just don't mind hearing, but Dancing Queen, I apologize, but I just cannot stand this fucking chorus. And it just goes on and on and on. The structure is generic, and I know it is a very big popular pop classic for many people, but this is maybe the #1 pop song that I am just disliking of hearing anymore. This next one, this is from a musician with his band. I got somebody correcting me in the comments that this artist is like more of a band, but I still think this is led by the main musician, so like a solo artist with his band, whatever. And I'm talking about Bon Jovi. I would have said Living on a Prayer because of how overrated the song is, but I really hate It's My Life. It's My Life is mundane and an irritation to try and make any delivery. The songwriting to me is very weak. The chorus is bloated with these monotonous repeats of hearing the same song multiple times, and the chorus takes the piss. Fuck this song. Now, these next two covers are classic tracks that were really ruined, absolutely bastardized by two different artists. I had to sit on a stool, so I apologize, guys, because my feet were really tense. Anyways, these two covers, the first one being such a disgusting insult from one of the greatest rock bands ever, one of the top 5 rock bands of all time for me, The Who, with their song Behind Blue Eyes covered by Limp Bizkit. This is the worst, dire, and awful attempt to make any emotion with this song. You know how I feel about Fred Durst, but he just makes it completely melodramatic to the point that this is downright terrible. A terrible insult of a cover that was just the injury to the eardrums of hearing this abomination of a cover. And same goes on to this next one from originally the classic 2-member group of Simon and Garfunkel. If you know who I'm talking about, this very second, this was from a band that I did like quite a bit, but I have lost interest in them after their album Immortalized. And I'm talking about Disturbed with The Sound of Silence. This cover blows. This is another version of a classic song that was just overproduced and loud, but uncompromising direction of bringing in some power into this classic song. The beauty of the original song was gone, destroyed by this stupid idea of a cover. I'm sorry for ranting on a bit of an aggressive tangent here, but this cover, along with Behind Blue Eyes, these two covers, I can never, ever like them whatsoever. I say these two covers because of popularity sakes, The worst cover that I've heard, to me, was Corey Feldman's Working Class Hero cover. But I'm picking these two because of, as I've just said, by how big they are. Now, this next one, this is from a band that obviously got universal hate. And I would have said one song that is so obvious or another song that's so obvious, but I could just do without hearing these types of behaviors of lyrics from a frontman writing these lyrics to think this is good art into this sound. And I am talking about Something in Your Mouth by Nickelback. Chad Kroeger is talking about his dick having some perverted sexual fantasy about having sex with a younger woman who's a fan of the band or whatever. Yeah, that's basically the fucking song, and that is the opening for their album Dark Horse. And don't get me started on the later period of Nickelback. Chad Kroeger's writing just got worse and worse and worse without any proper and redeemable thought of making some originality. Yes, Chad Kroeger talking about his cock for this song. What the fuck? Now the penultimate one, the second to last one in the list. This is from a solo artist that I did respect, not that I am a fan of, but I appreciate the acclaim and the overall worth for many people. But this ballad goes without saying that this is just some really tiring and a bleak amount of attraction to me. Out of all of the ballads that I just dislike, for this one being acoustic, it's Free Falling from Tom Petty. I respect Tom Petty, as I've just said, but Free Falling, just as repetitive and so out of reach for me to appreciate this song many more. It's been constantly played on the radio, and the more I just hear it, I get sick and tired of it. And the last one, this is just the only song from a band that I really dislike. Actually, that I do feel sorry for the rest of the bandmates. But if they are always on this asshole of a frontman's side, then I just don't have anything else to say to them. I would have said their cover of About a Girl, but what was this song? Puddle of Mud, She Hates Me. Wes Scatlin is one of the worst songwriters of all time, and his attitude pisses me off just as much as Axl Rose. This song was always very bad, cringeworthy, absolutely so bland. There are worse songs, you may say, about Puddle of Mud, but Wes Scatlin, don't get me started on that disgusting so-called talented musician. And they're About a Girl cover. Oh my god. Scatlin, stop fucking up good songs, you piece of shit. She Hates Me is absolute cringeworthy. So cringeworthy from start to finish. And who gives a shit about this band still? Fuck this song. She Hates Me. Wes hates us, right? For people who dislike Puddle of Mud, but we hate Wes. So there you go, guys. That is my big rant about top 10 songs that I do not like whatsoever. I would have said many more, but the more, if I would continue on, I would just get a headache and I'll just go mentally insane. Oh, yeah. So, that's it, guys. Please let me know what your list is down in the comments below. Which songs piss you off? Which songs do you not like from bands that you love or like? I'm just very curious. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.